Hey guys, I've been asked by quite a few people if I could do a fly tying video on my carp maul. This is a fly I've used in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming a lot, and I've caught just this year several hundred carp on it already. So anyway, awesome pattern. So jump right into it. I put on a little thin thread base. I don't cover the whole hook and then add a little bit of super glue. I find this helps prevent any kind of spinning on the fly. And then these are Faux Pearls. They're real similar to mono eyes. There's not a hard piece in between the two, little plastic piece like you get with mono eyes. It's basically like a little piece of string or rope. They do sometimes fall apart, but they're not any more fragile than mono eyes. And you can get those at like a hardware, or not a hardware store, but well, online or at a craft store. So I tie in my eyes, do some figure-8 wraps, and then grab a little piece of craft fur. This is about 2 times, well, it's a little over 2 times the length of the hook, but then I use my fingers to kind of pinch and rip the end of it off to give me about that 1.5 to 2 times for a little bit of a tail. And the reason I put a tail on is it helps actually tip the fly up so those eyes sink first a little bit more. It also slows it down in the air, and in the water it sinks a little bit more slowly. You don't have to put the tail on, but I don't know, about 50% of the time I put a tail on, 50% I don't. Just to give the fly slightly different weight. And then I just use the under hair as dubbing from the craft fur. So as you saw there, I dubbed up and then figured 8 around the eyes and kind of gave it a little bit of a taper. And then right here I'm getting a little bit more of the craft fur again. For the wing, and as you can see, I flip the fly over. So when I talk about a wing, I'm not talking about a wing on top of the fly, although for these type of flies, the top of the fly is the hook side. So this is the top of the fly, but we flip it over in the vise, and then I use a little razor blade to cut hair off. And I use this for deer hair and things too. Rather than trying to trim the wing before I put it on, I tie the wing in and then I use the little razor blade to cut it off. It comes off real clean. It's easier. I don't end up fighting the hair trying to get it lined up right after I trim the ends. And then these are just some rubber legs, black and red barred. You can get these a lot of different places. These ones I cut in half because they're a little long as a single one. And then I just use a single a rubber leg to tie in this other part of the wing. And there's a couple advantages of the rubber legs. The rubber legs splay to the side a little bit to help hold the fly, so it sits with the hook point up when it's on the bottom. They also are a little bit buoyant, so they slow down how fast the fly sinks. So it does help it flutter down a little bit better. And then it gives it a little bit more action. And red seems to be a trigger color for carp. A little bit of red in your flies seems to make the carp a little bit more aggressive to come hit it. And then this is just some UV resin I add to it. Put a little bit between the eyes to help keep it from spinning as well. Hit it with the torch. And then, you know, if the rubber legs aren't even, you can trim those. If the tail and the wing don't match up, you can pinch those and move them around a little bit to get them to match up. But that's it. Go fish it.